Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch in Point Washington, Florida, about 23 miles east of Destin, visiting Eden Garden State Park. If you've been off the couch with us during our time on the Emerald Coast, we've explored 2 Florida state parks together so far, Topsail Hill Preserve Park in Santa Rosa Beach and Henderson Beach State Park in Destin. We appreciate you all joining us at those state parks and taking in this beautiful, lush hiking trails and the pristine beaches. Now, this state park, Eden Garden State Park, is known for its ornamental gardens, though, as the name implies. It's not a coastal park like many of the surrounding state parks. There is a $4 charge per vehicle to enter the park for 2 to 8 people. Additional passengers are $2, and pedestrians and bicyclists are $2 as well. And we've mentioned the discounted and free annual entrance passes for military, veterans, and others in our last few videos at the Florida state parks, and we'll include the link to that information about those annual passes in the description box. In this video, we'll be exploring the gardens, walking along the trails, touring the mansion, and just enjoying the property overall. So we have all of that to look forward to in this video, and we still have yet another state park to explore, as well as other fun and beautiful locations to visit while we're here on the Emerald Coast. So if you're yet to subscribe, please do so and keep joining us off the couch. And if you've already been joining us off the couch, thanks so much for meeting back with us and exploring week after week. As I stated, the gardens at Eden Garden State Park is one of the highlights of this park, so we will start our day of exploration at the gardens. The gardens are spread throughout the park. The park is 163 acres, and the gardens are not clearly marked, so I'll be following the map, which can be picked up at the entrance as well as the gift shop. I admit I am not proficient at map navigation. GPS is my bestest friend, but with London's help, his navigational skills are way better than mine. We'll start walking around and discovering these gardens. Now we are walking through the rose gardens. I always love being amongst the roses, and this is the butterfly garden. Always love being in the presence of butterflies as well. Unfortunately, there's none today on our visit. Further away on the property is the camellia garden. Only a couple of the camellia shrubs are blooming in the garden right now. However, there are camellias blooming elsewhere on the property. In fact, there are over 340 camellia plants inside of Eden Garden State Park. I was looking at the different varieties of camellias within the gardens on the Friends of Eden Gardens website, and there is such a vast variety in the look of the flowers. The one trait they all share in common, though, is that they are beautiful. And if you are interested, I'll have the link to the website of all the different camellias in the description box, because when you visit, different camellias may be in bloom than what you see now. Right where we parked, before we really got even into the gardens, there are camellias, so we were immediately met with beauty. And it's so quiet here. Listen. No other noises, just bees going about the important work of pollinating. Another garden, the hidden garden, is tucked away behind a side parking lot, and it's definitely worth looking for, though. This is an easy, relaxing walk trimmed with flowers, including camellias. There's an informational sign here explaining how they reproduce camellias through a process called air layering. If you need a rest while walking on this path, a fountain with seating on both sides is right along the way. There's also a nature trail on this side of the park, right before the hidden garden. Eden Gardens has 1 mile of hiking trails that will lead you through the natural areas of this state park. Back to the gardens, spring is an excellent time to visit because the azaleas bloom from late February to early April. And the whole property is alive with color. It's just so beautiful. At the same time, though, we're here in December. It's technically fall, and look at what we have to enjoy here. How beautiful is this ginkgo tree? The fan-shaped bright green leaves transfer to a brilliant yellow in the fall, and it's just stunning. Plus, the wedding tree is not far away. It's a live oak tree that is at least 600 years old, and Spanish moss hangs abundantly from the enormous live oaks on the property. I would love to learn how all of this came about, and we can gain more information and insights about these gardens and this gorgeous property by taking a tour of the historic mansion, provided Thursday through Monday at the top of each hour from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Just 10 people maximum are allowed on the tour, so be sure to show up a little bit before the top of the hour. You can purchase tickets for the tour in the gift shop, so if you arrive early, you can shop around for toys, t-shirts, books, and souvenirs while you wait. Tours are $4 per adult and $2 per child under the age of 12. Photos and videos are not allowed in the home, but my mother-in-law and I took the tour, so I can provide you with some insight and what you can expect from the tour. The tour will detail the history of the home from when it was built and owned by William and Katie Wesley and their 9 children up to its purchase in 1963 by Lois Maxon, a former reporter for the New York World Telegram and heir to the industrial equipment company Maxon Corp. Miss Maxon planted azaleas and roses on the property to complement the many live oaks on the lawn. And within the home, Miss Maxon decorated the home with family heirlooms and antiques dating from as early as 1790. This home actually has the second largest collection of Louis XVI furniture in the United States. My mother-in-law and I are thoroughly impressed by the quality and durability of the antiques we saw within the home. Plus, the home still has the original yellow heart pine siding, floors, and interior molding, and 95% of its original glass windows. Miss Maxon still invested $1 million of her money to renovate the home and make it her own. When she purchased the home in 1963, she declared that she had found her Eden. And this is how Eden Gardens came to be. Miss Maxon donated the home, antiques, and the land to the state of Florida in 1968. We've explored a good deal of the land Miss Maxon generously donated, and there's still more. We're going to take a walk away from the house and head toward the water. There is a trail that's within the park. It's the Living Shoreline Trail. The trail leads visitors through the gardens of the park and to the Living Shoreline. The Living Shoreline protects the shoreline from erosion by using living plants, oyster shells, and sand, which are used to maintain the connection between land and water, protecting the intertidal zone. This state park sits along the shores of Tucker Bayou and the Choctawhatchee Bay. From Tucker Bayou, you can launch canoes and kayaks and can travel to the intracoastal waterway and the Choctawhatchee Bay. In addition to canoeing, kayaking, and hiking the trails here, you can also fish, picnic under the live oaks, or at one of the picnic tables, and shop for a plant to take home and beautify your own garden. And that is exactly what my son is doing. He loves gardening, he loves plants. So yeah, looking at the flowers was fun, but this is the exciting part, shopping at the nursery. The prices are listed on the pots, and you can deposit cash within the honor box. And if you don't have cash, just scan the QR code with your phone and pay. So after some browsing and deliberation, my son is now a proud owner of a buckeye, an azalea, and a Regina iris. This has just been a lovely day to explore these mesmerizing and flourishing gardens. It's just so beautiful out here and so peaceful. But can you believe they actually filmed a horror movie on this property in 1972 named Frogs? It's a movie about several different animals, tarantulas, snakes, alligators, turtles, but not really the frogs. Anyways, several animals are attacking a family due to the father's misuse of the land. Hard to believe this could be a setting for a horror movie. I can't picture it. I haven't seen the movie though. If you have seen it, tell us in the comments and tell us what you thought about the movie. And be sure to leave us your thoughts on Eden Gardens State Park as well. Have you visited this state park already? Or are you making plans to visit? And if you found this video to be helpful with your planning, please let us know and hit the thumbs up button. So we'll be taking a brief break from our adventures on the Emerald Coast during the off season, But the beauty and fun will continue because we'll just be at Epcot and Walt Disney World for Festival of the Arts. We're here for opening day and we're checking out the work of the masters, taking our place in classic works of art, and even eating works of art. This festival is full of color, flavor, and fun. It's running till February 20th. So join us next video, please, at Epcot. Check it out with us and subscribe too if you've yet to do so. We want to thank you again for joining us here at Eden Garden State Park in Point Washington, Florida. Thanks so much for all of the comments. We love reading the comments. We appreciate all of the likes, shares, and feedback as well. Without you all joining us off the couch, these adventures do not happen. So we can't say thank you enough for getting off the couch with us. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.